What's up guys, welcome to the Fomo Factory. If you love crypto, if you want to make money with crypto, then this is where you want to be. Let's take a look at the charts because a lot of people are very bullish at the moment. Yeah, I'm not joining you guys. So let's take a look at that. I want to come back to this by the way, because this is some crazy shit. But overall, the market at the moment, Bitcoin is sitting at $27,300. So it's not doing really that much the last couple of days, which is quite a positive sign, of course. I mean, we went all the way down to 15.5. We got a, leg up to 25, came down to 19, retested this legacy trend line that we were in. Well, basically that was making the bear market a bear market. Perfect retest right there for the second time basically, and we had a second leg to $31,000, and now we have a little correction towards $27,000. Well, I must say that correction to $27,000 is not really surprising. It would have been more surprising if we just shot up and stayed there, right? Just only up. That's usually not how it works. But you know, overall crypto for now, it is holding up pretty good, I must say. I suspect that we will see, more towards the 26, and if things go a little worse, $25,000, maybe a little higher than that, I won't be surprised, and I still won't be worried, because that $25,000 level, you must know that was big resistance. Well, it was resistance at least. We had resistance here. We had resistance here for a couple of days, and then we broke it, right? But there was not a retest yet. Overall, usually these resistance levels have to turn into support at some point. We did not do that yet. So if you see crypto going down, I should not be worried until we are at around 25K. And if we bounce off of there, yeah, that's a good sign. If we break that level, I would say let's check out the videos that we will posting by then. But these are some job applications with McDonald's or something like that. The altcoin market in general, I'm posting a longer video about this tomorrow, where I will be warning you about the risk of being in altcoins right now. But very shortly, what I am going to discuss in that video is that a lot of people are calling, or were calling, for an altcoin season. The problem is these people suck, because that didn't happen, and it's very understandable why it didn't happen, because altcoins are just like Bitcoin. This is the total three, right? So this is the altcoin market in this downwards trend. Right, in this downward trend. But Bitcoin broke that downward trend months ago. The altcoin market, however, did not. We did it for a short while, a week ago or so, well, a couple of weeks ago, but we fell back in it. And now we are in this downward trend again. So the trend is still intact. And what does the trend do? We go multiple times to the upside, and we go multiple times to the downside. And we are now at the upper side of the trend. So it is likely, and definitely not impossible, and something you should prepare for, that we go to the downside again. But the problem is, well, the problem depends on how prepared you are. The downside now is, of course, lower than what it was back then, because this line is moving down. So very simple put it, that means lower lows for altcoins. That means altcoins getting wrecked, right? I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm saying there is a 80% chance that it could happen. Let me put it like that. So make sure to check out tomorrow's video if you want to know about that. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. Turn on these bell notifications, because then you will be updated about it. I'm keeping a close eye on these charts every single day. And for the really urgent stuff, just go to our Telegram group. Link is down below, so you can talk to us as well. However, if we put that aside, what altcoins are actually now worth looking into? Well, I must say, overall, I should be really careful with altcoins, okay? Because, like I said, this is reflecting the total altcoin market, all right? Every altcoin except Ethereum, but every altcoin for the rest, right? So you don't know which altcoin is going down with this, which altcoin is going down harder, or which altcoin is going down less hard, right? And you could be like, yeah, but the altcoin that I'm looking at is the best, and they don't. yeah, most of them are just in a bear market, and the problem is you don't know, right? And I say bear market like, yeah, I said before, like the bear market is over, right? If we look at Bitcoin, how it's looking right now, in this downward trend, clear bear market, right? Well, this is sort of a the year before the halving is not really a bear market. It's not really a bull market. It's going all places. And that's the toughest part of the market. However, if we take a look at altcoins, like I said, they are still in this downward trend. So they are still in a bear market. So yeah, is the crypto bear market over? Well, for Bitcoin it is. For altcoins, it's not. It's just what it is, bro. Sorry to put it like that, but I cannot make anything else out of it. The USDT dominance, this is what we want to see go down. Let me put it on the weekly to give you a little more perspective. On one hand, this is very bullish. On another hand, it's very bearish. Well, let me finish with the bullish part. Why is this bearish? Well, this means the dominance into USDT. So as you can see, for years, people have been deploying in USDT. And for us to see a real good bull market, you want to see this go down, right? So people deploy their USDT into Bitcoin or altcoins, or at least in crypto, right? But it's been going up. So that's the negative thing. The bullish thing is, well, a couple of things. We were in this upward trend, but we broke it as we went into January, where Bitcoin really started to pump, and we broke the upward trend. So that's a downward trend for crypto. And now we are going sideways. But yeah, you could go sideways here. We were in an upward trend as well, broke down, went sideways for a while, but continued our way up. So I don't want to cheer too soon, though. The really bullish thing about this is, in my opinion, the money is sitting in USDT and not on people's bank accounts, right? What does that mean? It means that people are using this as gunpowder, ready to deploy whenever they want to deploy it into the market. If they don't want to use that money for crypto, they won't have it in USDT. They will put it on their bank or buy a house with it or stocks or whatever, but not into a stable coin, right? So the higher this goes, fine. At a certain point, we will break down to the downside, and that's a big leg up for Bitcoin and crypto and whatever. But it takes some time. That's just what it is. Now, a couple of altcoins that I am looking at, but again, I'm not necessarily going crazy into buying right now, but you do want to set up your watch list, of course. Well, I got a couple of projects that I talked about earlier, but I got a couple of gems as well that I think are really interesting to do your research on a little bit. Anyway, the first one is Seedify. Seedify is making people a lot of money, and you look at this chart and be like, what you smoking? It's none of your business. But it's not because this chart is really going up that hard. It's because Seedify is a launchpad. And they recently, for example, launched Chain GPT, did 40x. Okay, 40x. Sorry, 20x, I think. Something like that. Well, very high X, at least. And they have a lot more projects coming. In May, they are going to release 6 projects. So 6 pre-sales, IDOs, IGOs, startups, whatever. And you know, one of them has to do a 20x again, and you are making a ton of money. And with Seedify, it is so possible to do that. And I really like that platform. Now the price is still sitting very low. If you put it off lock, you get a really better perspective on it, right? If you look at this chart, then you feel like, okay, you know, why should you sell this token right now if you have it, right? This is an accumulation phase. That's how the market goes. You have accumulation, you buy, upward trend, make your money. You have a little distribution phase, take your profits. You have the downward trend, you do nothing, and then you have an accumulation phase again where it starts all over again. Well, Seedify is, if you zoom out, clearly in an accumulation phase. So when it comes to that, it's a good buy. But overall, if you want to cherry pick the bottom a little bit more than that, yeah, these are the levels that I'm looking at. 126, give or take, all basically where we are sitting right now seems like a good level, because we were ranging between that level and $1, give or take, for a long time. But we finally broke above it and stayed there. And now it looks like this level is no longer resistance, but support. I want to see a clearer test on this level, actually, to see if it actually holds. And if it really holds, we go up even further. If we break down it, down below, then, yeah, if we look at horizontals, then I'm going to say $1, give or take. But we are still in this upwards trend as well. So it should hold, well, depending on when the break should happen, if it happens at 114, 118 maybe, you know. So that's what I'm looking at. And I got one level set at 60 cents. Why is that? Well, I don't know. It's probably not going to happen, but yeah, maybe it does. I don't know. Who knows? If the altcoin market plays out like I think it's going to play out, it could definitely happen, by the way. But that's for tomorrow's video. But yeah, if you want someone to say like, oh, altcoins are going to moon now, don't watch that video. I'm also not being bearish for being bearish. But I want this community to be the smartest community. I want this community to be eventually the richest. We already made a lot of money, but are we financially free already? Well, that's what we're going to be in the next bull run, definitely. But then you have to be prepared, right? So good entries are half of the work. Now, a couple of other projects, Delysium, if I put it on the 4-hour chart, then it's looking better than what it was. It came out at 3 cents, had an insane pump all the way to 50 cents, give or take. People understandably took their profits. It came down, and now it's at least since a week almost stabilizing. Doesn't mean we can go lower, but this downtrend, the way it went, the speed, that's over. So that's good. That's a good sign. So Delysium, AG, yeah, and over the long run, really good one. Couple of other, well, Tora is still strong. Gala is going down a bit, and yeah, my first target for Gala is 3 cents, to be honest. And I say first because it can go lower, but that goes for everything. Illuvium, I am not planning on buying this for the coming 3 months at least, maybe after that, and that has to do with the token unlock. So if you go to token unlock app, yeah, it's here. Unlock.app, token.unlocks.app. You can find a lot of information about these kind of things. And if you search for Illuvium, you see their release schedule, right? And they are now releasing quite hard. So if you bought Illuvium somewhere here, then you clearly have not seen this. But their hard vesting seems to be over in beginning of July, right? So this won't really matter that much. It's quite slow, and this should be when the bull run is going on as well. So that's where I can see Illuvium going up. But this year for crypto, I'm not too bullish on it overall on altcoins, plus hard vesting. So I wouldn't be buying Illuvium right now. Yeah, there are a lot to go over. There's one that I really want to show you, and that's Games for Living. Now, people call this the Gala Killer. Their product is quite insane. That crypto, they have the crypto dream team. To put it like that, their CEO made a lot of games that we all played. You can find him on the website, go to his LinkedIn, see his portfolio, and the games that you'll see, you'll be like, whoa, he made that. Trip Hawkins joined the project, the founder of EA Sports. So that's quite insane as well. They're very much lagging on their marketing, but on the other side, that's quite good, because the longer it takes, the more tokens are getting vested, because, you know, there's just 3% in circulation. So that's super low, right? So I feel like, okay, cool. Let there be more tokens in circulation first. That lowers the price for us. And then we maybe can jump in and really, when that marketing starts, ride a sick wave. But yeah, it's even a fully diluted market cap of $50 million, right? 6 times as low as Gala's initial circulating market cap. So a lot of room. And the current market cap is $1.6 million, so it's extremely micro cap. There's another project that I talked about before. This is quite more high risk, high reward, but I found one thing that made it less high risk. This is Love Hate Genu. I'm gonna leave a link down below if you want to join this pre-sale. Why would you want to join this pre-sale? Well, they already raised almost $7 million, so that's quite insane for a meme coin. Now, Pepe showed us that meme season is actually something that could happen even in a market where altcoins are not really doing that fine. So I feel like, yeah, okay, they got the timing perfectly, and this is quite bullish. Meet the new Love Hate Genu CEO, and if you check out this guy, what he did in other projects, what they tweeted right here is that he also was the pre-sale raiser of Tema Doge. Now, if you do not know about Tema Doge, look what that did, because that's quite bullish. It is still sitting at a $23 million market cap, but if you look overall how far it went, same kind of pre-sale as Love Hate Genu, it went all the way up to $170 million market cap. That's more than Pepe did, right? So, and that's in the middle of a bear market, by the way, in October 2022. Well, I don't know, bro, but if we go to October 2022, look, that's here. That was quite around the deepest of the bear market, right? Right before the FTX crash, but overall that was near the bottom. In that period, they went to $170 million market cap. Now, the market at the moment for Bitcoin, of course, and everything is looking better than back then. So I'm very curious to see what this could do. So, you know, for me, investing a couple of $100 into this pre-sale was definitely worth it, because if this also goes to $170 million market cap, yeah, then we already in the pre-sale. So yeah, if you want to be part of it, link down below, but only, you know, it's a pre-sale, so only play with the money that you can lose, of course, because it is always risky, for sure. For the rest, I don't have much to say. I just want to see the altcoin market play out the total 3, and this could take a couple of weeks before we get a clear direction. So I don't want to spend too much time on it. We are in the middle of breaking down the bull market support band, so that's quite bearish. We are in the middle of, you know, we're finding support at the 50 weighted moving average, this yellow line right here. So we find support here for a while already. So it's getting really exciting, because if this goes like, I don't know, this or something like that, then it's going to be a battle between this legacy line right here and this moving average. And I think this legacy line is a little stronger. So if we break down, then altcoins could at least go towards this horizontal, which is for the total 3 at this point, another 7% lower, which is actually around 10, 15, maybe even more on your altcoins, because guess what? This includes stables and they don't go down 7%. So altcoins have to compensate for that. So I'm not really buying anything right now. I'm just watching the market, you know, stacking up gunpowder. And if you really feel like, yeah, but I don't want to miss out on altcoins, yeah, I'm talking about that in tomorrow's video, on how you can at least get a good entry without the risk that we have right now. So I want to leave it here. If you like the video, like the video. If you still want to win the iPhone 14, trade a little bit on Bybit. There's a link down below. You can also get access to the private Fomo Factory Telegram group, where we will do market calls and private videos. And that also goes if you sign up to Kucoin and trade $100 right there. So there's also a link down below. So enough shilling for these exchanges. Just wanted to let you know, guys.